All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Really excited about today's session. I am joined by my esteemed colleagues, Justin and Banesh, who some of you will know are recognised by Optimizely and in the community as only a select number of Optimizely most valuable professionals in both the UK and globally. They don't like blowing their own trumpet, so I do it for them when I talk about that. But Justin focuses on strategy and Banesh technology. Both were really fortunate to attend Opticon San Diego last week and hear firsthand all the kind of new and exciting announcements across Optimizely that will continue to help you in your journeys of realising your digital vision and objectives over the coming months and years. For today, a little bit of housekeeping. So you'll notice there's a capability to ask questions. So please do add these at any time and we'll pick these up at the end. But without further ado, I'll hand over to Justin.
Thanks, Tom. So as Tom said, Banesh and I were lucky enough to attend Opticon in San Diego last week, which was a two-day conference. I think fair to say filled with keynote presentations and breakout sessions covering all different aspects of the Optimizely platform and how customers from quite a wide range of sectors use Optimizely to help them deliver on their business objectives. And Banesh and myself, as Tom mentioned, as Optimizely MVPs, alongside our close relationship with Optimizely, we'd already had a preview of some of those announcements that were going to be the hot topics of Opticon. So today we're going to summarise the main announcements and our key takeaways from Opticon and give our view what that could mean to you. So there's a lot of information we consumed over a few days. However, if I was going to take away two key principles from Optimizely's direction, there would be these two. So in Optimizely's CEO, Alex Atzberger's keynote, he talked about content being at the core of every digital experience, whether that's a transactional one or not. And it's that content at the core that we heard about as a key message throughout Opticon, reflected in how Optimizely are developing the product suite. Rupali Jain, who is Optimizely's Chief Product Officer, talked about how, as Optimizely is developing the stack, they're keeping two areas very much in focus. That's flexibility and simplicity. So flexibility from an architectural point of view in the technology stack, which we'll hear about in a new product announcement shortly, and simplicity in how the products within the platform are coming together to enable greater efficiency for practitioners. So I just touched on flexibility for practitioners. It's also very much about operational efficiency as well. Optimizely are talking about addressing the problem where today's marketing workflows are disjointed. Teams are working in silos, and that is creating significant inefficiency in how work is done. Organizations often have the tooling, but however, it's not really all connected. And practitioners are having to move between different platforms, moving data from one platform to another to perform the wide range of tasks connected to digital operations. Optimizely are laser focused on bringing these broken workflows together and bringing them together in a cohesive way. So to address these challenges, Optimizely are launching Optimizely One. It's an all-in-one operating system for marketing, powered by AI to drive insights needed to manage, measure, and optimize digital products. Whilst you'll hear Optimizely One talked about as an all-in-one system, it's very important to understand that Optimizely One is a name for all of Optimizely's products. It's effectively a new name for the Optimizely Digital Experience Platform. And composability is another term you're going to hear plenty about today, and also if you're attending Opticon London in a few weeks, and also within the wider marketing technology ecosystem. And this theme of composability is really important. Whilst Optimizely can provide an all-encompassing suite of products to support all these 9 stages of digital marketing operations, being composable means you can slot any other technology platform in at any stage alongside Optimizely. That is the core principle of composability. Composability for Optimizely One means you can take just one part of the Optimizely platform to elevate efficiency or create seamless and efficient workflows within the existing technology, or you can take 2 or more products to form the marketing technology stack. Ultimately, the Optimizely One platform is there to help drive efficiency, connect the entire marketing lifecycle, use AI where it adds value, and experiment throughout so decisions are evidence-based. And of course, there's value in adopting multiple products from Optimizely. The integrations between the different products allows leveraging of the data that can easily flow between those products, ultimately with a vision that practitioners can run experiments directly from within the CMS, driven by real-time segments, and all those capabilities will be available in one place, empowering the capabilities for practitioners throughout the platform. That's the vision of Optimizely One. I also mentioned flexibility as a core premise of Optimizely. It's flexibility within Optimizely One that allows you to choose how you compose a system that works for you and your marketing team, with a simplicity of an elegant, easy to use and fully integrated suite. So under the Orchestrate banner within Optimizely, more recently there's the addition of the content marketing platform. There's always been the CMS, and that's been there for a long time, but the market has been demanding more choice. If you haven't yet seen the content marketing platform, I'd encourage you to speak to us, as it does help to solve many of the common challenges faced in the content creation lifecycle. Optimizely CMS has long been a platform as a service solution, commonly known as PaaS within the industry, where the infrastructure is provided by Optimizely, the solution itself is delivered by partners such as NetSell, and is built as an end-to-end solution, which incorporates both the content and the presentation, all hosted within that infrastructure. Ripali Jain, again, Optimizely's Chief Product Officer, said Optimizely needs to provide flexibility. So with this in mind, Optimizely have announced they're launching a SaaS, software as a service version of their market-leading CMS, with the content truly separated from its presentation, regardless of the channel. So many organizations with composability in mind are looking for a headless platform that sits alongside the rest of their SaaS-based marketing technology stack. And that has always been possible with Optimizely for a long time. However, it's fair to say it wasn't the SaaS solution that some organizations were looking for. So before I hand over to Manesh to explain this in a bit more detail, there's just a few key points I want to say, as with choice often comes quite a lot of confusion. So this is not an entirely new CMS. This is just a SaaS, software as a service version of the existing platform. Same capabilities, hosted as a software as a service, the underlying platform is exactly the same. Everything is available today in the platform as a service product will ultimately be available in the software as a service version. It's not a replacement platform. Both the existing PaaS and the new SaaS platforms will operate side by side. I can't say it clearly enough. There's no need and no intention by Optimizely for any customer to migrate from one to the other. This is purely about meeting market demand for an architectural choice. So Manesh, do you want to just talk about some of the key differences between the two?
Yeah, thank you, Justin, for that. And just to echo some of the points that you mentioned above, the SaaS offering is versionless, which means we don't have to worry about deployments, upgrades, or compatibility issues. It always gets the latest and greatest features and functionality from Optimizely. We also benefit from the scalability, reliability, and security from a cloud-based infrastructure. The PaaS core will also get these same features, which are provided on SaaS, although will be released as package bundles. It will require a development team to install, a QA team to regression test, and finally a deployment by a hosting provider. This in turn keeps the PaaS solution up to date as possible. SaaS core is headless by design, which means it stores content as pure data without any presentation layer. This gives us the flexibility and control over how to deliver the content across different channels and devices. With the freedom of utilizing any front-end framework or technology like React, Next, Vue, etc. If a solution requires a lot of customization and the user interface being quite flexible, then PaaS is still the way to go. As engineers, we have access to the underlying code and make these intricate customizations possible. This is not feasible with the SaaS offering, as it does not support custom .NET business logic and is delivered as a one-size-fits-all. Over time, Optimizely will be creating a marketplace where plugins and add-ons can be installed to SaaS core. With PaaS core, it will stay highly customizable, where packages will continue to be installed as they currently are. So let's talk about what's new as part of the orchestration suite of products from Optimizely. We have already detailed the launch of SaaS-based CMS, which will sit alongside the PaaS offering. Firstly, I'm going to talk about Graph and then move up to Visual Builder. So last summer, Optimizely launched a product called Content Graph. This was a cloud-based service to aggregate and unify content in a single place. This content could be queried and presented across any digital experience. During Opticon San Diego, Optimizely announced a name change for this service with the addition of some key features. It will now be known as Optimizely Graph to make it a fully fledged data and search service and not just rendering content. Optimizely Graph can be seen as a medium to long-term alternative to search and navigation. It can be utilized as a search provider and content distributor across multiple channels. It will include AI-driven semantic search out of the box and is highly scalable. The semantic search feature is the one that gets me most excited. Automatically, more relevant results will be returned due to its integration with artificial intelligence. For example, I could search for Wild West. Historically, this would return content regarding wild animals or even West London theatres. Now it will return results relating to Clint Eastwood and cowboy films, etc. As you can see, they will be more relevant results. Another key positive is its ability to index data from external sources. So external from Optimizely CMS, it's able to index content which can sit anywhere in the ecosystem. We can then query this natively. Once indexed, the data gains the full suite of Optimizely Graph capabilities, including full text, faceted, and semantic search. Querying against Optimizely Graph can be lightning quick. Results are served from a content delivery network rather than the CMS itself. So it's globally distributed and runs on the edge to give you that lightning quick results. Optimizely Graph is still maturing. We do not see the immediate need to move away from search and navigation, although many of the features found in search and navigation are on the roadmap to also be included on Graph. And ultimately, we do see it as the future. But just to reiterate, Optimizely are not shutting down the search and navigation service and will be offering Optimizely Graph in parallel to this. Graph is compatible with both SaaS and PaaS CMSs. Right, so next we move on to the Visual Builder. Visual Builder is Optimizely's answer to the historic problem we have seen with other headless and SaaS-based CMS vendors. It has always been difficult to manage content while still maintaining a real-world representation of a page or a native app screen. With the launch of Visual Builder, editors will be able to create and edit within a familiar layout, and that layout looking like the end result that gets published. You can also make these into reusable templates to use in other similar experiences you may have. Visual Builder will also be able to support personalization using audiences from Optimizely data platform, similar to how visitor groups are currently being used on the PaaS-based CMS. And just to add, the good things that you get with PaaS include the on-page editing capabilities. This is also possible with the SaaS-based CMS. What you are seeing in front of you at the moment is that on-page editing capabilities, but running on a fully headless SaaS-based CMS platform, where we have made that presentation layer head aware to be able to do that on-page editing functionality that you currently have using the PaaS platform. Over to you, Justin.
So thanks, Manesh. I think, as Manesh said, there's some really great new features and great new capabilities coming up there. And Manesh said it, I'm going to reiterate it as well. You don't need to move away from search and navigation to Graph today, but it's something to be bearing in mind for the future, because there's going to be some really good capabilities coming up within the Graph platform. So If you're expecting AI to be somewhere in this talk, you're not going to be disappointed. No technology discussions complete in 2023 without talking about AI and how this is going to change the world. And Optimizely no different. But let's be clear, AI and Optimizely is not new. It's been in their content and product recommendations products for a number of years, and it forms a core basis within the current experimentation and data platforms. Within Optimizely One, Optimizely are embedding AI across the entire marketing lifecycle through generative AI and AI-driven insights. And Opal is a name Optimizely have given to their program to put AI at the core of the platform. Both the existing AI and the forthcoming AI developments will all be under the banner of Opal. So from the previews that we've seen at Opticon and just before, I would liken Opal to Siri or Alexa, hope I haven't set anything off in your homes, within your marketing platform, optimizing calling it your AI co-pilots. So all the way through from planning to analysis, Opal is going to help to inform and accelerate every phase of the marketing lifecycle. Opal is going to see the introduction of generative AI for rapid creation and tagging of content. AI is going to be used to provide insights on which part of your site to run tests on, even how to design the experiments and the metrics to measure. AI capabilities are going to be further enhanced within the experimentation to help drive better and clearer insights from the experiments. And AI will also be used in many other places to support efficiency in the day-to-day processes. Some of that capability will come through partnerships with players such as Microsoft and Google, and some will also come from specialist tech partners such as Writer. And if you haven't seen Writer, it's another platform I'd encourage you to have a look at. There's a lot of promise around how AI will transform everything. However, from what I've seen, there's a great focus at Optimizely introducing AI to deliver greater insights and efficiency throughout the platform, also really where it counts.
Right.
Let's cover a bit about web experimentation and changes there.
Yeah, sure. So web experimentation, there was a lot of features announced at Opticon San Diego around the web experimentation platform. One of the great ones that I do want to talk about in this session is basically Optimizely web experimentation platform now includes collaboration and workflow functionality. It has taken the same concepts which were great in the content marketing platform and applied them here. Hypothesis building is the key to any experimentation. And to come up with a good hypothesis, we need to be able to collaborate with people across multiple departments. This new feature allows us to do just that without leaving the system, going away our emails and Teams messages. We can now all work together in one place, making it easier to stand up experimentation. This new edition has many more features, enhancing the design and planning phase as well. It has been Optimizely's most popular and well-received betas they ever had. Honestly, it's one that I highly recommend you guys do check out because it will change the way you do run your experimentation strategy. Right, so on to the monetization side of things with Optimizely. Optimizely are continuing to invest into their monetization product line. Currently, they have two commerce products, one SaaS-based, which is known as configured commerce, and the other PaaS-based, which is known as customized commerce. Optimizely are building on the composability direction that they've talked about today and heading in the direction to unify many of the key aspects of the commerce journey and make these features composable so they can be utilized across both commerce products. This includes items like payments, promotions, catalog management, segmentation, etc. This will ensure customers have a seamless experience across their commerce journeys. Optimizely are also innovating features such as search, product recommendations, and translations, all supercharged by Google. They are also working to bring content personalization even more into the commerce world to drive hyper-personalized digital experiences that consumers want building on Alex Atzberger's statement that contains that content is at the core of every digital experience. To you, Justin.
Nice. So just thinking about composability and building your marketing technology ecosystem, we appreciate it's not just about Optimize. There are many other areas for consideration, whether that's in data warehousing, experience analytics, translation, or CRM, as an example. And I think it's important to note that Optimize have got a very wide network of technology partners where there are a lot of pre-built integrations available, which maximizes the ROI for both platforms. And that set of technology partners continues to grow year on year. So from our perspective, it's really important you're aware of those technology partners and their integrations with Optimize, so that if you're shortlisting platforms in any of these areas, you can consider those with existing connections into Optimize, ultimately to reduce the investment in linking them together. There are lots of other areas that we've talked about Opticon. It's far too many for us to cover today. If you're able to attend the forthcoming Opticon London event yourself, you'll be able to hear about some of those in those sessions. But if you can't attend, Optimize are going to be making a lot of the content from Opticon available at Opticon Online. You can register optimize.com/Opticon-online or with the QR code we've got up on the screen here. Other areas you should expect to hear about in association with Optimize in the coming months around experimentation, how to build the business case to adopt a culture of experimentation, personalization at scale, and how to use experimentation and personalization together and the appropriate metrics to create hypotheses or hypotheses even for the impact of personalization. One that I'm particularly excited about seeing development of, I'm seeing again some previews of this, is journey analytics and how Optimize are going to be making journey analytics capability available through a partnership with an industry-leading provider. And after Opticon London on November the 16th, we're going to be running a roundtable event, which we'd be delighted if you could attend to discuss any of the topics we talked about today, or indeed anything else related to Optimize your digital product development, both with us and your peers across all of our clients. So save a date and wait for more information to be made available in the coming weeks. Tom, do you want to pick up any questions that come in?
Yeah, thank you, Justin. And Justin said we're really looking forward to the roundtable and having the opportunity to have a broader conversation. Obviously, there's been a lot of information shared today that you're hearing for the first time if you haven't seen some of the announcements on social channels over the last week. But I can see from the content we've been talking through, it sparked a few questions already that we would be able to pick up further in those roundtables, but it's probably worthwhile. There's been 3 questions that's come through, so that's always nice when people ask questions. Let me pick up the first one here. So it is, when is the SaaS product launching, Justin?
So it's currently SaaS Core, as Manesh talks about, it's currently in beta. It's expected to go general availability, as in will be released in early 2024. That's the main SaaS Core product. That will support the on-page editing. The visual builder that Manesh was also talking about with the ability to adjust layouts is a bit behind that timeline, so that's more likely to be towards the end of H1 next year.
Thank you. And this isn't the order that they've come in, but because it's related to SaaS, I'll let you carry on. But it says, can I use all the products within the SaaS product? So I assume what they mean by that is all the products within the Optimize stack, do they work with SaaS?
Yeah, Manesh, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, definitely. So what I mentioned earlier about the SaaS product is the underlying technology that's being used for the CMS is the same as what's on the PaaS, which means basically all the current integrations that you have with, let's say, the Optimize Your Data platform, experimentation, content intelligence will all be suitable and work on the SaaS-based system. So yeah, all the products you have in the Optimize suite will work within SaaS as well.
That's good to understand. Thanks, Manesh. And I said there's 3. So the final one that's come in, which is with a wry smile, is the AI capability all hype, or does it actually work?
I'll take a start on that one. So there is a lot of hype around AI and how it will magically transform everything. But no, it's not hype. We've seen some of this working. Obviously, some of it is early stage, but again, AI has been the platform for a long time. But what's coming down the line, we've seen working. It isn't hype. From my perspective, it really will improve the efficiency of some of the day-to-day operations that we currently, myself included, when pulling content together, will really help in that, and also around experimentation. Manesh, you add anything to that?
Yeah, honestly, Tom, it's a subjective matter, but I am on the bench, not on the bench. I'm on the side, which is it's not hype. Being able to use artificial intelligence and generative content within the CMS will really boost the way content editors work. We'll be able to stand up their content a lot quicker and be meaningful. Also, using generative content, you kind of get a bit more of a structure for what the article should be looking like. So it really boosts that sort of life cycle of getting content out there, which is one of the most important parts. But not only that, it gives you key insights on what you should be talking about next. And then that basically gets juices flowing for content editors on what to write, what subjects to tackle, etc. So I really think AI is a great asset when working in content marketing platforms, CMSs, anything to do with content, basically.
Good answers, like it. Thank you. That is the last question that's come through, unless there are any final ones anyone wants to throw in at the last minute, but I don't think I can see any more. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Manesh. I hope everyone on today's sessions found that really valuable, and we look forward to following up with further conversations and your invites through to the next roundtable as well. And for those of you that I can see that will be attending Opticon, I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.